Well, with points in 8 of their last 10 games, the Grand Rapids Griffins venture into Chicago for the second time this season, hoping for a better outcome than their October 13 visit, which resulted in a 5-1 loss. That was a part of a 1-4 start to a season that is clearly trending upwards. Hi, everybody. Bob Kaiser inside Allstate Arena to bring you our game day preview brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. Well, the Griffins are 6-2, 0-2 now in their last 10 games after settling for a 3-2 shootout loss last night in Grand Rapids against the Milwaukee Admirals. If not for Troy Grosnick, the netminder for the Admirals last night, the game might as well have been over at the end of the first period. The Griffins outshot the Admirals 18-4, hit the crossbar on a couple of occasions. They came out flying, but had to settle for just this goal from Matt Pumple.
Back to the line to Hickens, lets it go, save, rebound, Lucid for score! Well, the referee first waved it off, and then the puck went rolling over into the net, and the Griffins grab the lead, and here come the stuffed animals on Teddy Bertos night.
Yeah, for sure. I thought we came out pretty hard, and I thought we managed the game really well. Obviously, with allowing a goal late there, we had to bounce back and settle for 1 point, but I thought the team played hard, and I thought we deserved better, and I thought we controlled most of the game last night.
Well, indeed, the Griffins did continue to press. They outshot the Admirals 15-12 in that second period, 33-16 after 40 minutes. However, a late second period shorthanded goal by the Admirals had tied things up at 1. But Matt Pumple reclaimed the advantage for Grand Rapids, 10:49 into the third, but that lasted only 20 seconds when Tanner Janot made it 2-2. They would need more than 60 minutes to decide the game last night at the Van Andel Arena. And as good as Troy Grosnick was during regulation time, Patrick Rebar was every bit as impressive in the 5 minutes of sudden death overtime, including this gem of a save with just seconds remaining.
Here's the 2-on-1. It's 2-on-1. Grimaldi's going to walk right in front of the net with a shot and a glove save and a spectacular one by Patrick Rebar. My, oh my, absolute robbery by Rebar.
Well, Rebar has been rock solid, and he certainly was last night, turning away 26 out of 28 shots, 3 out of 4 in the shootout. Just the 1 goal in 4 rounds, that by Anthony Richard. The Griffins could not solve Troy Grosnick, and the Admirals went on to win at 3-2 in the shootout. Grand Rapids now at 8-7, 0-2 on the campaign. They've earned points in 7 of their 9 games so far on home ice. And speaking of Rebar, how good has he been? He made his debut in North America here in this building back on October the 13th in that 5-1 loss. In his last 6 starts, he has a 1.82 goals against average. He'll give way to Hari Sateri tonight. Sateri comes off arguably one of his best performances in a 3-2 overtime win last Saturday against Manitoba. The Griffins against a Chicago team that is very dangerous offensively, 3rd in the league right now in average goals per game. In fact, they are an explosive team twice. The 2 times the Griffins have met this club, they have scored goals, 3 of them in a span of just over 3 minutes. They did it in that 5-1 win here on October the 13th and in the 5-3 loss a week later inside Van Andel Arena. Last night, they scored 7 goals in the first 32.5 minutes of the game. The Wolves did on their way to a 7-2 win in Rockford. Chicago is 10-5, 1-1 on the season. Griffins will be without for a 6th straight game defenseman Dylan McElrath here tonight. We hope you'll join us for the pregame coverage on Wood Radio at 7:35 Eastern Time. Face-off right around 8:10. We'll have all the play-by-play in this long-standing and terrific rivalry, the Griffins and the Chicago Wolves. Thanks for joining us, everybody. That's been our game day preview brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union.